Self-sabotage. Why we block our own success and how to overcome it. Self-sabotage is a common yet often silent phenomenon that prevents us from reaching our goals and full potential. It manifests in attitudes, thoughts, and behaviors that unconsciously create obstacles to our own success. In other words, self-sabotage is when, instead of advancing toward our goals, we take steps backward, often without understanding why we do so. Self-sabotage can take many forms: procrastination, perfectionism, severe self-criticism, fear of exposure, abandoning projects halfway, and even the fear of trying something new. These behaviors are rooted in limiting beliefs, fears, and insecurities, often originating from past experiences or external expectations. Let's take a deeper look at how this happens and explore ways to transform this pattern. Why do we self-sabotage? Self-sabotage usually arises from an internal conflict between the desire to progress and the fear of the possible consequences of that progress. Some main reasons we self-sabotage include: fear of failure. The fear of failing is one of the primary causes of self-sabotage. The thought of not achieving a goal or facing criticism can be so daunting that we end up avoiding the attempt altogether. Fear of success. Interestingly, success can be as intimidating as failure. Achieving what we want often means stepping out of our comfort zone, taking on more responsibilities, or facing new expectations. This fear leads us, unconsciously, to believe it's safer to stay where we are. Comfort zone and self-image. If our self-image is tied to the idea that we're not good enough or undeserving of success, we tend to revert to patterns that reinforce this view. This comfort zone is familiar and brings a false sense of security, even if it isn't satisfying. Past experiences, traumas, and negative experiences we've had throughout life can fuel self-sabotage. The feeling of rejection or frustration from the past can lead us to avoid situations that might yield similar results. Limiting beliefs. Many times we carry beliefs like "I'm not capable," "I don't deserve this," or "I can't do this." These limiting beliefs make us see opportunities as threats, preventing us from acting. How to identify self-sabotage? Recognizing when we are self-sabotaging is the first step toward overcoming this pattern. Some questions that can help identify self-sabotage include: how often do you procrastinate on important tasks or goals? Do you feel the need to have everything perfect before starting? Do you give up on projects before seeing results? Do you have recurring negative thoughts about your abilities or yourself? Do you avoid risks out of fear of failure or criticism? If you see yourself in some of these questions, there's a high chance that self-sabotage is interfering with your progress. Fortunately, there are practical strategies to change this behavior. Tips to overcome self-sabotage. Identify your limiting beliefs and challenge them. Beliefs like "I'm not good enough" or "I don't deserve this" stem from a negative self-image. When these beliefs arise, ask yourself, is this really true, or what evidence do I have to believe this? Replacing these beliefs with more realistic and positive thoughts is essential for weakening self-sabotage. Break down your goals into smaller steps. Large goals can be intimidating and lead us to procrastinate. Instead, break your goals into small steps that are easier to accomplish. This practice reduces the fear of failure and creates a sense of constant progress, which is motivating and reduces the risk of self-sabotage. Practice self-compassion. Self-sabotage is directly linked to self-criticism. Instead of punishing yourself for every mistake, be kind to yourself. Remember that mistakes are part of the learning and growth process. Practicing self-compassion helps build resilience and confidence, making us more capable of dealing with obstacles and moving forward. Set healthy boundaries with self-criticism. Listening to and recognizing self-criticism is important, but it's essential to know when it becomes harmful. Try to notice when these thoughts are blocking your progress and replace them with more balanced affirmations, like "I may not know everything, but I am learning and improving every day." Practice mindfulness and awareness. Mindfulness helps you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions in the present moment. By practicing mindfulness, you can recognize when you are starting to self-sabotage, allowing you to redirect your actions before diving into a destructive behavior. A simple mindfulness practice, like a few minutes of conscious breathing, can already help. Create a support system. Share your goals and challenges with people you trust who support you. Having a support system is important to remind you of your worth and capabilities. Friends, family, or even colleagues can help motivate you and provide positive feedback to reduce self-criticism. Develop new habits. Often, self-sabotage is sustained by old, harmful habits. Try replacing these habits with more constructive practices, such as setting a fixed time to work on your goals or developing a daily gratitude ritual to focus on the positive things in your life. Set goals based on values. Goals that reflect your values and what truly matters to you are more likely to be achieved. When your goals align with who you are and what you value, it's easier to find the necessary motivation to face them. Conclusion. Self-sabotage is a cycle that, with attention and practice, can be broken. Identifying your patterns and consciously working to change your mindset is a gradual but rewarding path. Overcoming self-sabotage means redefining how we see ourselves and believe in our abilities. It's important to remember that this doesn't happen overnight, but by persevering, you open up space for true growth and the achievement of your goals. These practices help cultivate a more positive outlook and strengthen your self-confidence, paving the way for a more fulfilling life aligned with your dreams and aspirations.